Stand by.
Hi, welcome back to TV 10. I'm Emily Treger here with Dr. Herrera and Jennifer Kaminsky. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Jennifer Kaminsky. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
All right. How are you doing, Dr. Herrera?
Good. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. We are here in the TV 10 studio, which is currently under construction for our second show of the year, Into the Woods. But we are here to discuss the 2020 bond proposal. And one of the questions that a lot of people are having is, after 3 years of construction here at North, why now?
So back in 2009, the Capital Planning Advisory Committee identified over $200 million of needs. With the 2015 bond, we were able to address about $130 million of those needs. So there still remains about $100 million of identified needs that we'd like to continue to work on over the next 6 to 7 years.
Okay, continue to improve.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what else we got? What are some other questions?
Well, another question that we frequently get from the community is how much is this, what's the scope of this project, and in terms of total cost, and how will the district manage the money?
Okay. So the bond is for $98 million, and our plan is to issue that total in 2 series. So about $68 million in 2020, and then about another $30 million in 2023. And the reason for splitting that up is we can't do all the work in 2 or 3 years. So it helps us with that, but it also helps to save money for our taxpayers from interest costs.
Correct. So with the last bond was sold in 2 series as well. Do you recall how much we saved in interest by running the 2 sales?
I'd have to estimate probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not over $1 million.
So that is a significant amount of money in interest savings that we experienced by having the 2 sales.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So if I'm an average homeowner, what does this mean to continue to support the school district with this bond?
So even if this bond does pass, it still will result in a reduction in our millage. Taxpayers are currently paying 3.3 debt mills. It would go down to approximately 3.2, and so that's a decrease of 1/10 of a mill. And so for, say, an average home value of $200,000, taxable value is about $100,000. That would result in a savings of $10 annually.
So for a homeowner with about a $200,000 home value, they would save about $10 a year if this bond passed.
Correct.
Compared to what they're currently paying. So we have also a lot of folks that are asking the question, so what if the bond were not passed? What does that mean? So what would be the number of mills the district would be required to levy if the bond did not pass as compared to the 3.3?
Okay, so if the bond doesn't pass, our millage rate is projected to go down to about 2.3 mills, which is a full mill reduction.
Okay.
And so that would save that same taxpayer about $100 per year.
Okay.
So we're asking for this bond for 0.9 of those mills to continue to help support the remaining projects identified.
Right, and the nice thing about having you part of this conversation today is you manage the district's financial, all the money within the district and how we allocate those resources. So, bringing in an alternative revenue from the community like this, how does it help the school continue to maintain high-quality programming in our classrooms and for our students?
Well, it allows us to keep our general fund dollars in the classroom to help support teaching and learning. If the bond were not to pass, we would have to pay for if a boiler goes down or a chiller or something urgent, we'd have to pay for those replacements or repairs out of general fund dollars. So it could mean a reduction in programming or other cuts. So we really want to keep those dollars in the classroom to help support our teaching and learning.
Right. And I think one of the things that the community probably doesn't have a good grasp on, just due to the fact that there's probably never a need for it, but as we take a look at in North Farmington High School, we have 4 boilers to maintain the heating system in in the building. And they're very costly. So, for example, if we were to lose a boiler or two in one of our buildings, then the replacement cost could be close to tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars to replace those. So it would be first to pull that out of our general fund that goes towards direct services for our students to begin to pay those things off. And from my end of it, as we take a look at trying to improve the quality of the learning environments and expand on our programming, that makes it very difficult to do that while you're shifting the money to non-instructional areas and things that don't impact the learning environment. So will be a challenge for us over the next 3 to 5 years to sustain some of our current programming. As far as your experience, both working in the school system and being a homeowner in the community, what would you say that this bond, in terms of helping maintain our programming for our students and expand on it and addressing our infrastructure needs, what does a quality school mean to a community? What are the benefits of investing in a school like this?
Well, I think as part of a healthy and prospering community, schools are a huge part of that. I know for me that's been an important part over the years.
And Emily, I know within this the studio from the last bond campaign, the Channel 10 group received some benefits out of that last bond. Have you noticed that? Has it helped you improve your what you work on here as a group of students? Have you been able to do things you weren't able to do with the last bond?
Yeah, for sure. We got all new flooring, which has been amazing especially for doing shows like this in the studio. We also got new equipment, which has been amazing to be able to use and learn how to use that equipment. And it's progressing with the equipment in real life, movie making and film industry. And so it's been really good to be able to expose the students to that. And stay adapting with the times.
Right. Well, as far as bond information, as we'll continue to move, and we do have a March 10th election date for this bond. If community members would like more information, you can find that on the district's website, and/or contact myself or Diane Bowman, and we will be happy to provide you with the information you're seeking.
Perfect. All right. Thank you both so much for coming in and giving us some information. I have been Emily Treger from TV 10. Have a good week.